to Booze Britain, the show that lifts the lid on Britain's binge-drinking epidemic and the strain it puts on our emergency services.
Yeah, right, just confirm town.
On tonight's show, we are in...
Newquay! The best thing about going out in Newquay is tits and eyes.
The atmosphere.
There's loads of different pubs around here.
Cheap drinks.
Brilliant prices and stuff, and there's so many blokes down here.
We come down here for a good reason, that's to have a good time. Yeah.
During the summer season, the population of Newquay quadruples, with over 500,000 visitors each year. And it's easy to see why. Sun, sand, surf, sexy ladies, 200 licensed premises and 5 nightclubs. Newquay really is Britain's answer to Ibiza. And a sunny bank holiday means one thing. Newquay is absolutely heaving. It's now midday and we asked some of the more discerning members of Newquay's community what they thought of the influx of people.
Get lots of, shall we call them, lager louts.
The police do the job, but they're overstretched, really.
I had them rocking my cars. It's very, it could be quite dangerous sometimes if they're very drunk.
They really ought to take it, in their own hands to think, let's come and have a great time.
And this weekend, Newquay is busier than usual, with a run to the Sun Festival attracting an extra 40,000 revellers who've come to party.
We are down here for a run to the sun and we are here to party. Oh yes. And we are loving it a long time.
And here are this week's British boozers. They all live and work in Newquay and know the town and all it has to offer like the back of their hands.
Look. Just put up your nose, pretend you're doing it. Up your nose. Come on. Just one.
Champagne consumption has risen in the UK by a massive 50%, and in 2003, 26 million litres were consumed. But not in this way. This is Roger. He's 30 years old.
Oh, Jesus, that was tasty. Makes your eyes water.
Then there's little Ashley. He's 18 years old, hands out flyers for a local nightclub and has only one kidney.
Funny. Ashley's got one kidney and spends £8,000 on drink. Right? I'm sure you could drink that in one.
By downing a pint using a straw, you are actually limiting the amount of oxygen, resulting in a sharper peak in your blood alcohol level. In effect, you feel more drunk faster.
Tell me that's a long thing. I'd get me that one. Actually, can I make that? Just down like half a bottle of champagne and have that.
And this is Richie. With champagne, you would need to consume 6 pints simultaneously to have what is considered a lethal dose. This can leave the drinker paralytic, which means you're unable to protect your airway and are highly at risk of death. Richie's 21 years of age. He sometimes works as an insurance salesman and is a bit of an animal.
Definitely he'll go out and he'll chat up everyone, literally.
And finally, Kai. Kai's 23 years of age, a DJ, and only drinks when he's not working.
I don't really drink, do I? Let's be honest. I have a few drinks.
Bollocks, yeah, seriously, that's bollocks.
I don't drink a lot because...
Ashley, go and get the sambucas. Ashley, go and get the sambucas. How many sambucas?
As the lads argue the toss, local paramedic supervisor Ashley Mann is responding to a call.
West 5. Yeah, the location of a chap with a dislocated knee in Porth. Are you in Porth at the moment, over?
Yeah, West 5 to control. I'm currently coming up past Bertie's. A lot of the problems revolve around drink-related incidents. It's a town which generally is geared up for a lot of youngsters having a good time. They visit the clubs and the pubs. But this weekend, predominantly, you have anything up to 120,000 people in the town. And obviously 120,000 people out having a few beers, mixing together, creates trouble occasionally. Here we are arriving at the campsite. Looks like we've got someone actually waving to us to indicate where they are. Let's see what she's got to say a minute. Hi there, whereabouts are we?
If you go through the gates,
Yeah.
go take a right, and he's right at the end. Somebody will meet you at the end.
Lovely, thank you. So it looks like we're quite a way down into the campsite itself. Just got to pass through the security area. Oh, there we are. Look, we've got someone waving a hat. Fantastic. All looking very concerned about what's going on, aren't they? Good. There we go. Oh, look at that. There we go. There's our man. He's not looking too happy at the moment. Looks like he's in a considerable amount of pain, but we'll see what we can do for him when we get out. Let's just call our guys and let them know. Last 5 control, we're now on scene.
Meanwhile, our boozers have now consumed 3 bottles of champagne, as well as some beers, and as the alcohol flows, their inhibitions have weakened.
He's got this thing with golden showers. Now, it's not my cup of tea, but if you like it, fair enough.
But he waits for them to go to sleep.
Yeah, no.
Then he does it. Do you not?
Golden shower.
Be honest.
I'm never in a conscious mind to know what I'm doing, okay? These things happen.
We were walking down the road like last year, and he said hello to this girl, and I said, "Oh yeah, who's that?" And he went, "Oh, I pissed on her." I was like, "Oh my God, no way!" He went, "Yeah, get in."
Right.
It's the Run to the Sun weekend in Newquay, Saturday night.
Saturday night. Hey!
The most embarrassing thing I've done is piss myself.
I stood bored naked in the fountains. I was enjoying myself, I'll be honest with you, but I stubbed my toe.
Down in Newquay, actually. Fall over a bum, Hugh got caught on the top, and I went topless.
Let someone suck my nipples.
Meanwhile, paramedic supervisor Ashley Mann is attending to a man who has dislocated his knee.
No problems. What's your first name, chap? Dave. Dave, rightio, Dave. My name's Ashley. Just smooth the alcohol out of the way, I do. Wouldn't we love to have one? Dave, just your knee you've injured, is it?
Down there, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I slipped his knee. Just pushed one way and that was it.
Right, very uncomfortable at the moment, obviously. What I want to do is give you a little bit of gas and air to relieve the pain until we have a look at it, okay?
I've been drinking mine, so is that okay?
How much you had to drink?
I don't know.
Fair bit, been on a drink all afternoon?
About 6 or 7
You're aware of what you're doing, your own surroundings at the moment, where we are and what's happening? Yeah? Okay, can you control that by yourself? You can let go of one of these guys' hands.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, of course you can, you're a big man now. Nice deep breaths on it for me. Nice and slow. If you start feeling a little bit pins and needles, a little bit unwell, dizzy, just stop taking the gas itself, all right?
A backup crew has now arrived to take the man to hospital.
Hey, I haven't even done anything yet. Dave, I want you to just relax a minute, mate. Just relax. Just relax. Have you ever dislocated your knee before?
No.
No, this is first time. Can you just relax again, all right? The gas and air is doing the job for you already by the looks of it, all right? He's had about 6 or 7 beers. Dave, do you want to not chew me tubing on me Entonox pipe, mate? Yeah? Ideal. I prefer if you actually took the gas and air.
You could almost hear it click, actually.
Yeah, lovely. Roll you over. Let's quicker we get you up onto the bed, the easier it's going to be. Come across a bit. Just sit yourself up.
I've been stood behind you.
Sit yourself up for me. Just sit up. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Oh, fuck it up.
Easy. Well done, mate. Give us a bit of a hand. Use your good leg. Use your good leg.
Okay, just push yourself.
That's it, fella.
Despite their friend being in a terrible amount of pain, this doesn't ruin the group's spirit.
We are down here for Run to the Sun and we are here to party. Oh, yes. And we are loving it a long time.
Yeah. Okay. When we've arrived, they're having had a few festivities of beer along the way, I think. He's run across the grass and taken a tumble on the wet grass itself, which has actually popped his knee out of position.
He's had about 6 or 7 beers, something like that. But he was fine. He's not drunk in any way, but he'd had a few.
As comfortable as we can, and he's on his way down to the District General Hospital to be treated. Down there, he'll have probably a little bit more pain relief, the correct type of pain relief this time, not what he's been drinking all afternoon.
Do you want to take a picture of my friend?
That's great. Oh.
His mangina! He has his mangina up. Beautiful. Please don't look anymore.
Swan guy at the moment.
The man was taken to hospital where he received the treatment he needed to recover in full.
You won't go with them, you go with them, all right?
It's now 7 p.m. in the evening and our boys are heading for their first boozer.
We're off to Fistal Blue now, just as the sun's going down, so we have a few drinks in the air, and then we'll ship off to the town centre.
Coming up, Richie tries to break his own record for downing a bottle of Alcopop. See how Ashley Mann handles this gentleman who has had one too many.
Just having a bit of a funny turn, having had a bit too much pop, and a couple of those tablets you've taken.
And there's more from our revellers out and about in Newquay. Welcome back to Booze Britain, the show that charts the highs and lows of Britain's binge drinking culture and the strain it puts on our emergency services. This week we're in Britain's answer to Ibiza, Newquay. Tonight we're out with 4 local lads. Richie, who thinks he's a love god. Ashley, who's only got 1 kidney. Roger, who loves to dance the night away. And Kai, who spins the tunes. These hardened British boozers popped out earlier tonight to start the night off with a couple of bottles of
Champagne. Most expensive on the market. No,
I got the most expensive one.
Just to crack open while the sun goes down with the chill-out music on. It's the start of our night.
Easy, lads. But coping with those people who drink so much that the seaside dream turns into a nightmare is paramedic supervisor Ashley Mann.
This is one of West Country ambulance service vehicles. It's a Renault vehicle, pretty standard throughout the trust at the moment. A lot of patients who have drink-related incident, they might start vomiting. Now, we're getting down the lines of how can we clear it, what can we do about it? One of our pieces of equipment we're actually going to use is a suction unit. Looks a beast of a machine if you actually look at it, but all it is like a vacuum pump. Stick it on, and we're just going to be going down into the patient's mouth, removing any type of vomit or saliva, which is actually causing any problems in the back of their throat. Well, one of the big drugs that we do need to give these patients, generally who've been drinking too much, is glucose. Their glucose levels will drop with the more alcohol they actually have. Now, glucose actually comes in a large bag form. There's our pack of glucose. If we can maintain the patient then with an airway, they're breathing, their circulation, we've got everything sorted, we've got the IV access, we're giving the drugs. We just need to monitor these patients. And we've got varying pieces of equipment we can actually monitor them with. Blood pressure, oxygen saturation, glucose levels, etc. We're going to be maintaining this all the way through looking after this patient.
It's now 9 p.m. and the lads have left the first boozer and are now heading into town, but not before a quick stop-off on the way.
How many beer tokens left on this now?
How much have you spent since you've been here?
About £600 since Monday.
You spent £600 on alcohol since Monday?
Yeah.
And today is Saturday.
If every drink costs Richie approximately £2, then he's consumed in the region of 300 drinks in 6 days. That's roughly 50 drinks a day.
I don't think I'll wake up with any. It's been that way all week, so as long as, well, depends. It's cheap drinking on the beach, but still seem to manage to do some serious collateral damage. We're going to spend about £400.
I intend to spend about £100.
I intend to spend more.
I'm going to spend quite a bit of money.
Say it loudly.
Snake bite and black.
I don't know, about 60 quid, don't know, whatever comes out my pocket.
Local night out in South Wales, 50 quid. You go to the bright lights of Cardiff, you're talking 110. Down here, you're talking more than that, 130 probably.
30. If a good night out. No, a good night out though. If you're going out for a good night, 30, 40 quid.
But not much, because we'll get our drinks bought for us.
Is that 50, 60 pounds?
Too much. I don't know, it depends how 20, 30, 40 pounds.
40 pounds a night. I meant to spend 80 quid.
I'm going to spend about 60 pounds.
Newquay is a popular party town most weekends, but the bank holiday has thrown even more revellers into the mix who are adding to the nighttime mayhem.
For summer does get absolutely rammed. Like, you've got to be laid back. If you're not laid back, you won't be able to cope with it, but this is sort of a calm weekend, then it just goes mental.
The lads are now on their way to the second pub of the evening.
Down Red Square's down there now. We're going to go there, have a few drinks, and then work our way up to that place. No queue jump.
The guys have already drunk 3 bottles of champagne, a dozen or so Alka-Pops, and Richie's displaying his famous Alka-Pop drinking technique.
My record's probably about 3 seconds.
Richie's optimistic if he thinks he'll down his drink in 3 seconds, but he's convinced that his speedy technique adds to his overall coolness.
When I'm drinking a bottle, it's like, if I stand there and drink it, A, it'll get warm, B, it's like... So if I bang them down, well, it's fun, innit? No one else can do it. Ooh, it's Kai again.
Paramedic Ashley Mann is also on the move. A caller's come in reporting a collapsed woman on the beach.
Just got a call really now down to Town Beach, which is just down from the town centre itself, to a report of someone collapsed on the beach. All right, guys, anyone called an ambulance?
At the scene, there's a chilly skinny dipper, but no sign of any females in distress.
Still no sign of anyone here. You've not seen anyone who's in any distress after an ambulance?
The lady who's on Town Beach is actually sitting outside the Sailor's Arms in 4th Street, Newquay. Over.
Yeah, West 5 control, that's all copy now. I was just going to say we're clear here, so we'll make our way up to Sailor's Arms. All right, we're going to jump in and find this patient, which is reported in a different location now, so...
Ashley heads back into town to look for his patient.
It looks like we've got someone sat over on a bench here. Police in attendance at the moment. So we'll see what's actually happening with this patient. I dare say we'll let the ambulance crew have a little look at what's going on first.
The call turns out to be a false alarm, a clear case of someone just having drunk too much.
The lady's in a collapsed state, not been overly drinking. She's had a couple of drinks during the evening, just generally feeling unwell, probably a little bit faint at the end of the day. So the guy's just going to give her a check over in the ambulance and hopefully she'll be able to just take him back to wherever she's staying.
The amount that I drink on a night out is probably a lot.
We try and drink a little bottle of vodka before we go out.
Yeah.
Oh, bottle of wine.
Each.
Not each. 15 drinks when I'm out down here.
So a little bottle of vodka each.
Vodka, 10 glasses. Beer, 20 pints, probably.
Then if you're not quite drunk enough, then we'll start doing shots.
Yeah.